When you are in darkness like this, you see this is darkness here. So it's like a fear is like living in a darkness. So how do you eliminate fear in trading? I got a lot of questions that asking, how do I eliminate fear in trading? Because this is the single most reason that every trader lose money, and this is the single most reason also I lost money in my trading. And there was a time when you have a lot of fear. You will fear to open a trade. Instead of losing, you just fear open a trade. Now, how to eliminate that fear is the same way that how do you eliminate darkness? What you need to do, you just turn on the light. You see that? Now the darkness is gone. So how do you turn on the light? This is what exactly we'll be discussing. Where is the switch to turn on the light where you can eliminate fear in your trading? So this is what we will be discussing along with the live trade coming along in the market. As you can see, NFP guys, yesterday we have seen that there was ADP non-farm employment change has released. That has given us a very good momentum. Gold currently is in a sideway, so it's gonna have another breakdown, which is highly likely to happen. And as you can see, I was looking at the gold chart. It's in a narrow range and gold is following the script. So you saw that we had quite a few successful trade in yesterday and the day before yesterday. Today just we starting with the Tokyo session, and I want to enjoy some more profitable trade with all of you guys. If you haven't smashed the like button yet, do it now, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Now you can see that gold from the daily, there was a massive drop on gold that has given us a huge momentum to the downside, and I think that it's still probability for gold to drop further. It might retest the daily 20 EMA with the NFP, and then we could see that gold again bouncing back from that level. This is the weekly support level. The price has come to a zone where the price had an initial bounce. I think that before the candle close, we could see another attempt from the seller, and then either breaking down further or then we could see that bouncing back up again. But the price action is still lower time frame bearish. If you look at the monthly, we will be discussing in this live session why gold has made this move and then has come back down. This will give you a very clear understanding of why gold is behaving the way it is behaving, because when you know the reason for that kind of move, it becomes much easier for you to predict the market like a pro. So if you are ready for it, let's look at from the 4 hour. We see a narrow triangular pattern, okay, which is as a rule of thumb a bearish pattern. So how do I know it's a bearish pattern? From the past will always tell you what might happen in the future, because most of the time it repeats. Now if you look at this pattern here, this is a resistance line, and with that resistance level the price is respecting that 20 EMA, and we see that slowly it's melting for preparing for a breakdown. And I think that we could see slowly gold breaking down to change its trend, even to do something like that with NFP. So let's get ready for it. I don't think that gold will be able to bounce back for an uptrend. Instead, you could see manipulation and then continuation to the downside. Let's look at for the lower time frame. From 1 hour, it is a consolidation and narrower pattern. That is a resistance line that we see gold is respecting for very long period of time, and scaling down to further lower time frame for potential entry, where we can see that gold currently in this range, where yesterday we have seen quite a few dramatic movement, but still the price is consolidating, is because it needs liquidity. Okay, so for a bigger move the price needs liquidity, And once we see that the price has gathered that liquidity, then we will be looking for that entry opportunity, and I'm waiting for an entry here. We'll be looking for that. This is a resistance gold is creating, which is a very highly likely that gold may slowly break in that direction. Before that, we might see a last moment jump, okay, and then continuation. So are you ready for the day, for Thursday, last second day of the trading week? A very, very important day. You need to understand which day also important and which day is not, because based on that which day is important, you will find a good trade or a bad trade. All right, so we'll always keep eye on the good trades. So let's keep up. And before I progress further, guys, 70 view 19 likes, so probably 50 of you haven't smashed yet. So make a smash and help the channel. When you help the channel also, I stay motivated. You guys helping the channel a lot for creating some of the content that you will not find anywhere, that you have seen past week also. I have posted some of them, and this week also coming up in the this week coming up some very important content that will change your trading completely. So do that. Awesome. Thank you for your support to the channel. Now here is what we see, that a local move which is needed. I don't want to sell in that zone, just to see that it has gone up to again to the resistance line. We will be only selling when the market is overextended in one direction. Right, so let me see, are you guys here? Victor, Pradeep, good morning. Marvin, good morning. Can you say about using ChatGPT in trading coach? We'll be discussing on that. Good morning, coach. Hope you are doing good. I'm good, thank you. Great example. Yeah, absolutely. Good morning, coach. Let's have a peaceful day. Yes, absolutely. Keep in mind, this is the main goal, to have a day that we can gain a lot of pips. But one thing, always keep in mind, this is what I'm telling from very conscious point of view. You know that professional trader, they don't have any daily target or daily goal. It's very important. You know why? Because if you have a daily target or daily goal in trading, then it will create a pressure. And trading is completely unpredictable. You saw that someday we open quite a few trades, okay? Someday we don't open any trades even. Sometime. Mostly we open trades, but someday we open quite a few trades because the market gives a lot of opportunity. Why shouldn't we take? But someday we don't open that many trades. Maybe we open few trades, but rarely sometime we open, I think it doesn't happen, but majority of the time we open at least one trade. But sometime even we don't open any trade. Rarely, let's say once in a month or twice in a month, we don't open any trade. So this is how it is, that the market may not give always a trade. So you might say, okay, so what's the problem to have a daily goal in trading? You see that anything like how to achieve a goal, I write down all my goals. You see that everything I do, I just create a notes, and every moment I write down what I want. Even every moment, before I begin my live session, I had a full analysis of the market, and I had a clear plan what I want to achieve from the market, what I want to give to you guys, what. So all of them is not depending on the future. So how does then you can say, okay, how do people set goal and achieve it? than if you don't have a daily target or a target in trading. I would say that, see, there is a very, very clear thin line between these things. See, it will change your, it will blow your mind if you understand what I'm telling. See, we think that having a goal means that you're gonna make it, you're gonna get it. But in a sense, the only goal that one can have is on oneself. See, there is a philosophy called a Stoicism. So Stoics says that the only thing that you can control in this world is only your thought, action, and emotion. So what does that mean is that when you want to achieve something, a goal or anything, the only target that you can have is on yourself, because this is in your control, right? Let's say you set a goal. Now, what is the component of that goal? Let's assume that you set a goal. Okay, I'm gonna make $1 million in a year or more, $10 million in a year, or maybe 100K in a year, right? So this is your goal. Now, if this is your goal, then what is your action behind it? What is your thinking and emotion? Only you can control that behind that goal. The outcome is not in your control. So because the outcome not in your control, then how do you achieve that goal, or how do you keep that goal in mind? This is the power that human being has. You know what is that? Only human have that power, the power of imagination. Okay, so the way it works is you first need to imagine yourself an ideal worthy of what you want and become that. Okay, so becoming is very important. We think that it's about what we do, but it's about who we are. So let's say you want to achieve 20% in a month in trading. This is your goal. What you can do is only becoming a trader. Outcome is not in your control. So then what is in your control? Your discipline, your emotion, your thinking, and your action. So the goal can be only to perform that task from in a place of the things have already accomplished. This is the secret that every successful individual knows in this universe. Anything that you want to achieve, you first assume that it has already been accomplished. According to quantum physicist, his name is Vladimir Zeland. Okay, according to Vladimir Zeland, quantum physicist, he says that everything you want, there is an alternative space. It's already exists in that alternative space. So like a dream, when we dream, we actually go to dwell into the alternative space. So when we assume and when we dream or when we imagine that the things we want already exist and already accomplished, then you are triggering that version of yourself into you, who becoming every moment. And then you need to act from that place. So you might say, how do I act from that place? Because I exist here in the now. And this is all you need. It's in the now. It's in the present moment. So you can ask yourself one question that will completely change your mental state of being. So when you are performing an act, ask yourself who is doing the things and then do it. And so you only can control your action, your doing, your acting, and the rest leave it on the market. But you assume, you imagine that it's already has happened because it's already in the present moment. See, this is an illusion that our mind creates, that project in the future, but in fact is in the now. It's everything is in the present moment. If you go to the Einstein's theory of relativity, then you will see that according to the relativity, what do you know? Einstein says that it's a proof mathematically that if you go faster than the speed of light, then time slows down, right? So according to relativity theory, that past, present, and future exist. It's just a slice of time. Okay, so it already exists in the present moment. So it's just the mind project in the future, and because of that we experience worry, doubt, fear, and discomfort. So this is how then getting to the bottom line is, in trading, a professional profitable trader doesn't have a daily goal or daily target. Then what you can have is daily disciplinary goal. For example, you might say, okay, no matter what, I'm going to do the risk management today. Okay, I'm not gonna risk more than 5% overall in the day. This is what you have in control. No matter what's the market condition, you can achieve that goal, and you need to focus on that. Not focusing on I will gain 10% today, because it's not in your control. All right, you cannot gain 10% in a day if the market is not giving you. If you want to gain that, probably you give away 10%. Neither you shouldn't have that ambition to gain 10%. You should have that ambition. So it's kind of paradox. So what you need to do, you need to assume that what you are wanting is already there. You need to be disciplined to get it done. So you need to keep focusing on being disciplined. So your goal is, okay, what is my goal? My goal today is to stay disciplined, apply the strategy. No matter what is my mental state, I'm not gonna trade without the strategy. No matter what, I will not double up my position. I will not move my stop loss. I will not take bigger loss. So that's how you can develop the trading plan and follow it along. That's how. Okay, so let's with that said, with this today's goal is to find a peaceful day. But if it is not a peaceful day, then it will be also a good day, because the main goal here is to remain disciplined. And you might say, okay, then what about the growth? The money, the growth, the profit will come by product of that discipline, byproduct of that becoming. That's the way it works. Okay, so let's focus on that. Now we see that gold here, you can see that this is the resistance level here, and with that resistance, the market from the 4 hour here, there is it's now, you see that the market, this is the 4 hour candle closing, has triggered that low, has gone bounce back up. So chances for the price to have another upside bias is very high. So today's level that we can look at, this is the support here, that highly likely we could see that gold will bounce if the price manage to drop. Already we see the market is showing that potential pattern here, but as I mentioned, it's a long-term bearish market now. A bit more very cautious if we need to go long, but any break of the high will give us that selling opportunity in the market. And then we will be looking at Gbpsd. And what else you are looking at, let me know using the live chat. Also we'll be looking at that. Good morning from Kenya. Good morning. Please can you check Gbpusd? Yeah, absolutely. Dollar, euro, dollar. Yeah, we'll be looking at Gbpusd and euro dollar next. Good morning, coach. Last few days WTI is bearish. Yeah, it was very strongly bearish. Good morning coach. Thanks for time. This live program is very helpful. Again, you are welcome. Thank you for mentioning that. Yes, the intention is the key here. Every moment that try to explain everything. Coach, thanks for your generous education. I've just withdrawn my first 1100 profit today from the gold call. God bless you. That's amazing, Tola. Yes, sure. This is a good to hear that. It really feels very good to see that you guys are finding value in it, and thanks for that. Make sure that you keep that in your in your profit zone, because there is another important aspect. Let me bring to that point. Now, probably you know it very well that majority of the people, okay, so you need to understand how the things work. You see, when people make profit, all right, let's say you make profit or anyone make profit, you also need to keep it with you. You might say, okay, why shouldn't I keep? Don't give it away back by over trading, by FOMO trading, by revenge trading. Okay, you draw. That's a very good task. I would recommend, you should do that. I remember, I'm telling for everything, most of the things that experiential I that share. When I begin my journey in the beginning, I was, losing, and then I decided to do one thing. In the middle, when I started to become experienced, sometime I'm making profit, sometime losing, and then I decided to do, whenever I make profit, okay, I would draw some profit and then I paid my bills. Okay, I would draw some of my profit and then I paid the bills a couple of times. So what happened is that I started to believe. This is a key is the belief. Okay, I started to believe in my mind. I created a belief that, okay, it's possible to pay the bills from my profit. Okay, so I would draw the profit, paid the bill, because our brain, this middle brain, doesn't understand too much difference. It just act on experience and image, right? So when I did that, the brain started to feel that, okay, it's possible to make profit from trading and then pay the bills. So that's a big, what I would say, that dopamine for the brain, because when you create a pleasurable experience in the brain, and the brain releases dopamine, and what will happen, the brains automatically will give you some kind of, you start to feel motivated to do it more and more, so that it creates more and more dopamine in the brain. So which is, I think that it did a very good job, right? Always do that. And also trade with regulated broker, that I always tell. The broker that I trade also regulated. I trust that broker. I put a link in the description. Also, I can share you the link in the live chat, where you can use that link. Before opening, you can do a little bit of research. If you feel comfortable, you can open an account with them. You can trade, though every trader need a broker, so you can use that. That's how also you are supporting to the channel, and it's much appreciated. Thank you for that. So let's see now on gold here. If we look at in that zone, so we see that narrow range in that area. Now with that narrow range, it might move in this way, in this narrow pattern, and then we could see that the price that breaking in that direction to the upside, and then we might see that the price started to move the other way around. This is what highly likely is likely to be happening in gold here. So we see that gold is in the respecting that resistance. Any kind of break to the upside will be appreciated for potential selling opportunity. I will keep gold there. Now let's look at the Gbpjpy. Now there was a massive drop on Gbpjpy. If you look at the monthly here, this is a currently it's a long-term bull market. Then I will do a complete multi-time frame analysis on Gbpjpy. Now with that multi-time frame analysis from the monthly, the price is approaching a very important monthly support level. This is support here, and with that support we can see that GJ currently approaching that support level, which is a very important level, and from that zone we could see that GJ is bouncing off. That this is a long-term bullish market, so this drop on Gbpjpy, I will be on the buy side. At the moment it's a falling market, guys. Don't misunderstand the multi-time frame approach. Keep in mind, if I am trading at the moment Gbpjpy on the 5 minutes, 15 minutes, or even 1 hour, I'm bearish. Okay, so you need to understand the bigger picture and the smaller picture. All right, so that's how you will understand actually how to use the multi-time frame on the lower time frame and the higher time frame. So from the monthly, looking at the monthly, it is a long-term bull market. Okay, so how do you know? Very simple, from the market structure, which is a long-term bullish market. Now with that monthly candle, previous months closed with this big giant bullish middleman, and currently the price coming down to the monthly low. Now this zone here on GJ is coming to a red zone where we could see Gbpjpy finally getting back towards its original bullish market direction from the bigger picture. But keep in mind, Rome is not built in one day, so GJ also or any trend is not going to end in one day. So it is completely illogical and will be, I would say, the wrong to think that Gbpjpy changed its trend now, so it should be coming down. I would say that it's coming down to a liquidity zone, and then from that zone you could see that GJ have that bounce. Now if we look at the weekly time frame on GJ, where the price below this level, this is a 20 EMA, it might finally could break this level even for long term, and then we might see that reversal back. So lower time frame is still, we see that Gbpjpy currently below a very important level of support. So highly likely we could see GJ breaking down to 182.72. So lower time frame trend on Gbpjpy is still highly bearish. Now from the 4 hour, you can see after gathering that huge liquidity, Gbpjpy has managed to break to the downside from this channel. It is a bearish channel, has broken in that direction. So for me at the moment, lower time frame price action is highly bearish. If you look at the 15 minutes, that's a massively bearish. So any kind of break, okay, any kind of break of structure on GJ, we see that along the way it has made quite a few zones where it is maintaining this liquidity zone. So any kind of breakover structure will give us selling opportunity on GJ, and once it will change its trend, after we'll know that once it will change its trend, then we will be looking for buying. But at the moment, as we are trading on the lower time frame, we will be looking for selling on GJ as soon as we will find that entry opportunity. Okay, so let's keep that eye for break of structure, liquidity grab, and then we'll be selling. So looking back to the gold again, here is what it is doing in that zone on gold. Okay, so this is still in a very narrow range. I will be looking at after the GJ and GBP gold, we will be looking at other pairs as well. So here is we see in that zone on this instrument how it is doing. Tola coach, thanks for your generous education. Okay, very good, thank you. Shady morning boss, what's your suggestion on NFP direction tomorrow? Yeah, this is a very good point, guys. About the NFP, yes, we will be discussing on NFP, guys. NFP is a big news event for those who are completely beginner in trading, non from payroll or non from employment change, or it's a big news event. So we will be covering that in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. Every NFP, this NFP week also amazing. Every NFP week we do a lot of tradings. So also because the market remain volatile, and I have a good news also is that with that NFP, I have a couple of spots available to join us today in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. Here you can join us to be part of trading community. With this, there is a, for short term, there is a sale going on, so where you can you can join us today in NFP sale using that coupon to be part of Forex Trading Wizard Academy. You can find a link in the description and also link at the top of the chat where you can learn the strategy that I'm trading. I do share all my trades with entry, stop loss, and take profit in the group. So if you are joining here, you can access all of them before it is ending. So you can find that link at the top of the chat and also the coupon that you can see on the screen. Good morning, coach. Thank you. Looking at NZD CAD. Yeah, we'll be looking at that. Thor. Good morning, Master Abdul. You're welcome. Good morning, dear coach. What do you think on NZD CAD? Yeah, we'll be looking at that. Zilab coach, how are you today? I'm good. Thank you for that. NFP and employment both side. Okay, so for the NFP, what is the prediction? Also, I want to know the community view. I'm starting a pool. Let me know that, guys, what's your bias on an NFP, and then I'll discuss mine also. What's your bias on NFP? I'll think in terms of DX gold. Let's discuss about the gold. So cast a vote. Let's see how you guys are on that side of NFP, and then I will be also discussing mine as well. So I have created a pool. Let me know using that pool. Let me know in NFP, what do you think gold is gonna have breakdown, or it's gonna change its trend and keep pushing high again? What's your bias on gold with NFP? Let's see. In the meantime, we saw the GJ is trending aggressively to the downside. and I will be looking at in the meantime on Gbpusd and euro dollar, okay, which is an absolutely important pair to look at. So if you look at Gbpusd, so looking at Gbpusd, what we see that in this instrument on Gbpusd, I will be doing full multi-time frame analysis, looking at the monthly on Gbpusd. This is the monthly candle, just as closed here with a big bullish engulfer on Gbpusd. Now with that bullish engulfer, Gbpusd so far has made a big move, has broken this monthly resistance level, and then we saw that after retesting that resistance, Gbpusd now returning back again in the direction. So with that direction, what I think that Gbpusd may continue to drop again to the support level, and because it's changed its trend again. Now looking at the weekly here on Gbpusd, this is the Thursday of the week, and if you look at this market on Gbpusd, this is a big move followed by this correction. So this is a huge move on Gbpusd, and we have seen an aggressive move. If we take our Fibonacci from high to the low, we see that the price has reached that golden ratio. Now golden ratio, I do quite a few, more often, asking question about the Fibonacci. So Fibonacci, especially the golden ratio, is very important. If you see that the market is rejecting from exactly from the golden ratio, there is something that we can look for. So what is golden ratio? Golden ratio is the way the Fibonacci optimize or increase the efficiency. It's a bit you need to think a little bit on to understand it. So what is Fibonacci? If we go to the very fundamental aspect, Fibonacci is a series, is a sequence. So if you look at 1 plus 2 equal 3 plus 4, so every time you add with one number to the next one, you got the third one, and then add the next one, you got the fourth one. So 7, and then you add, so which will keep pushing high. So this is how, there is a mathematician who explained that series on Fibonacci level. So you'll find this nature use that golden ratio. You'll find in sunflower, in pine cone, which is called the nature's code. So it's also here the golden ratio is super important. Now 61.8% is considered as the golden ratio of the Fibonacci, and we saw that with this move the price has reached that level and getting rejected again from that Fibonacci. Now just disclaimer is that I never trade based on Fibonacci, because market is not mathematics but the belief. Okay, so this is a very important point that you can note down. Again, I'm repeating, market doesn't moves according to the mathematics, but it moves according to the belief. So what does that mean is that from a level the price will drop or the price will rise will determine not by the algorithm or not by any kind of mathematics, but the number of buyers and sellers believe about this price either should be going up or down. So because of that, we see that here in that zone. So then what's the point of using the Fibonacci? You might say, okay, should we discard it? See, this is what understanding will liberate you how to, you know, trade in the market. You know that how do we define a trade in the market? We said, look at, I think the price will do like that. We all say like this, right? But what the professional profitable trader think? They don't think, they don't have their own mind. Okay, they think what other traders are thinking. So that means that they don't say I think, though I say, because I need to explain something, but in their mind they don't say I think, they say that what other traders are thinking, because it's all about the belief, right? So the reason that we use Fibonacci and other tool is because some people believe that this is a level, a very important area, so the price will drop from that. So the more confluence you bring, basically you are complying yourself or adapting yourself to more people's belief, because the bigger the belief, the stronger the movement. So for example, here some trader think that because this is a very high influential zone with the golden ratio of Fibonacci, which is the highest pullback, so the price will drop, so they're sold here. Some trader don't believe in Fibonacci, they believe in support and resistance. So they said that okay, in this whole move there is only one green candle which is acting as a resistance, but I don't believe in Fibonacci, but I believe in support and resistance, so the price will drop. So they're sold. So you complying with two group of people who believe in different way of trading. And then there is another group of people who trade based on liquidity, right? Now this candle is a liquidity zone, because when you see a huge move, there is only one candle in that move which is a very high liquidity zone. So they trade based on liquidity, and you found. So that's how the more confluences you bring in your entry, the more you are complying with more and more belief, and your chances becoming higher and higher, and that's called the edge in the market. So with that being said, GBP/USD from the weekly, this is a resistance level, and from that resistance we see that the market started to drop from that zone. And I think that I also think like other I think that more and more people think that this price will drop, so this price will drop. Now looking at the daily, here we can see that from the daily, GBP/USD in that zone from back to back. This is the third candle coming down another one, and we could see a deeper pullback, and then we can expect it to drop in the direction. So here is the entry point on GBP/USD. This is a downtrend here, okay, and we want to see the market has gone up, has broken any of this swing high. Now what is my entry confluence? I use the entry confluence that the big boys uses. Why? Because they are the market mover. Okay, so because when they think that this is a zone where they should be buying or selling, the market moves, and why shouldn't I be complying with them? Okay, if I want to be a profitable trader. Now if you also want to be like a smart money trader, then I will recommend you to always think like the smart money, learn the smart money trading strategy, learn how the big boys trade. It's available, okay, it's available. I know that it's a rare education, because when I begin I haven't found it, but it's available now. You can learn it, you can learn it. What is the order block, what is liquidity, what is market structure, what is price action, right? So let me know if you don't know any of this topic and what point you are not sure, so that I can elaborate more. Good morning, coach. Dollar yen, yeah, absolutely. What is liquidity indicator, sir? Cannot find it in the trading view. Okay, thank you. Still dollar yen. Morning, coach. Who are the buyers and sellers on the market? So very good question. Who are the buyers and sellers in the market? So what is liquidity indicator, sir? Liquidity indicator. So you mean this? Okay. So liquidity indicator is the one that I use. You cannot find it in trading view because it's an invite only indicator. Now this indicator, this is one of my favorite trading tool that I use to find the liquidity zone, and this is also the TF indicator, just another version of the TF strategy. So that has also the component of gathering liquidity. Now if you you wouldn't find it on TradingView because it's an invite only indicator. I need to give you the access. So but I cannot leave it here, because to use that indicator, I don't recommend you to do it blindly. First you need to go through the strategy, the courses, and only then I can give you access to the indicator. So you'll find all the information on your dashboard, in your student dashboard. Once you are on the dashboard, you can log in and then click the trading tool. You will find all the information. You just need to have a free trading view version, then you can use it. But as I mentioned, you must learn the courses that go to the what I call the TF strategy videos. Then only I'll give you. I don't want to give someone who doesn't know how it works, so that you don't know what the market is giving. But if you have gone through that strategy from your dashboard, you can let me know on the group. I can give you access to that indicator. So with that said, let's keep let me bring that here. So with that being said, GBP USD, what we see that here, this is a falling market at the moment, and I want to see that GBP USD has been able to break any of this important level. The way this price is forming, you see the long wick candles, which is a sign of further downside, and I think that GBP USD may keep dropping, because it changed basically its trend here. You can see after a long consolidation. So chances for this instrument to drop back to the support level is very high. So from the daily, it is approaching the daily 20 EMA. You can see that. And for today, we want to see that it has broken the high and gained enough momentum, and then to drop back to the support level. Still in USDJPY. No, we haven't on USDJPY closed it with the running PNL. Okay, so USDJPY. Now we closed USDJPY here. Okay, in our entry, I think with little profit or in entry. We closed that because this market was consolidating in that area. So it is showing further downside. Okay, so we are only currently, yesterday we had a massive gold trade. This week quite a few trades. USDC NHS is still on the trade, and I will be waiting for an entry on gold and other pairs as gold is going up again. Let me see here. Okay, so and in the meantime, did you guys smash the like button and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet, so that you are not missing out. So let's make that like to be 100 and see if you haven't subscribed yet. So this weekend I will be posting a very valuable content that will really help you in your trading. So once you subscribe, you can find it in your homepage, so make sure that you are pressing that bell button so that any content that I'm posting, releasing, you are notified and you can straight away go through it. So now here on gold, okay, so this is a very nice looking inverted head and shoulder, and this kind of structure, I like, because basically it will bring that gold to the resistance line again. So this is a, you see, this is a major key level. That's the another important point. So where I'm expecting gold to reach today, some of the key levels that you want to see that gold, see, from that level there was a massive drop yesterday when you were on the live, and I want to see that gold has been reached that level back again, or even broken that high, and then we will be looking for entry. Now this is a, you can see the market is forming a structure which could eventually go back to the, above this resistance where there is a doji, and this is where will be a very important zone that you can look for trading. Okay, chances for breaking out is very high on gold in this zone. Okay, we see that there is a there is a news here, there is a big manipulation. Okay, so it's basically preparing for this range. So it's a very narrow range and it might just move in that narrow zone. And yeah, let me see also with the NFP, dollar CAD also very volatile at the moment. So dollar yen is dropping down, while I will be quickly looking at all the pairs to see if there is any trading opportunity in any of those pairs. So the candle closed on the, here is forming very narrower, smaller candles. So the bulls not getting enough fuel for a breakout. Just going through all the pairs to have a clear idea. So GBP is trending very nicely in that direction. We see that JPY pairs trending then even than the more than the USD pairs. So JPY is very strong at the moment. Okay, so US oil is bearish, very aggressively downside. So among all of them, we see that gold looks, as usual we are trading on the lower time frame on gold, there is a big rejection from the top. Okay, so that could give us potential entry. Let me see that 4-hour, this is the 4-hour support level at 2025. Big manipulation, you can see just going up and down. It's taking everyone's out of the market for this move. So guys, keep in mind that when the market do like that, just be cautious, or when you are entering. Because when the market manipulate like that, basically it is preparing for a move and it is gathering that liquidity needed for a movement. So for me, the way it is manipulating here is the potential for breakout first and then to trend to the downside. You can see why, because you see that all those manipulation, this is a manipulation here. So what is manipulation? Also we'll be discussing on that. What is manipulation, guys? Do you have an idea about it? So you see that this is a manipulation, and then this is a manipulation, this is a manipulation, now this is a manipulation. So every time the manipulation, and the price is creating series of higher low. So that means that we could see that break to the upside, and then after breaking to the upside, then chances for a breaking to the downside is high. So with that manipulation, we might see the price will try to go above the daily resistance or touch the daily resistance and then return back. So here is we see a long wick candle. Coach, please, your view on CAD-JPY. Yeah, we'll be looking at that. Pamela, gold will sell it very hard to retrace. Coach, sellers are more aggressive at the moment. Okay, so yes, sellers are very aggressive on gold, We all the trade that we opened, also the sell trade, except the one that we did yesterday, the one didn't work out, but those that worked out are sell trade. So yeah, once we find that clear signal for another move, then we will be jumping on the trade. And also guys, all the trade that I open, I do share in the VIP group with entry, stop loss and take profit target, and you can access all of them today, and you can learn the strategy that I'm trading. I have only few spots left for the NFP sell. The coupon is there, you can use that, use that coupon on the lifetime access checkout, and visit the website, and then you can click join now button to join, to be part of the trading community. I have shared that coupon on the live chat. And also once you visit the website, click join now button, there's a button. Any question, don't hesitate to ask the live chat agent if you have any question. So now here we this is a narrow range. Okay, so this is the 15 minutes candle. You know what, I think that now after closing this candle like that, the next one we might see that bouncing. But this is the 4-hour low, this session's low, previous session's low, and this is a liquidity zone. So if this candle coming below 2025, then if this current candle, yeah, we can look for buying opportunity. And I think that if it is dropping down below 2025, we could see a bounce up from that level. That could take gold to 2033 level. So just to recap, okay, let me bring that. So below, if the price from this level during the lifetime of this 4-hour candle break down below this level, all right, then we'll see that we could see gold is going back up 2033. So in that case, if it drops down below this level, stop loss below this low, we will be trading 5-to-1 reward to risk trade will be here. So if it drops down here, because you can see that it's maintaining that series of higher low, any break of that series of higher low will trigger liquidity that will take that price to the upside. But even before that, it could move up. You can see the market is forming that long wick candles. Morning, Evans from Zambia. Well done. Okay, so here we will be leaving that gold in that zone. And yeah, also let me know how long you are trading. Experience is crucially important, as in the beginning of this session that we discussed, that about eliminating the fear from trading. Because yesterday also I have posted a content in the group, probably you have seen that, guys. I am currently backtesting a tool that will change people's life, no doubt about it, including mine, because it's an unbelievably safe and profitable tool. Now, the reason I was bringing that point is because two ways you can eliminate fear from trading. Either you are using a strategy that you fully understand that it's gonna work, so no doubt about it. So even if you have a losing trade, that's fine. The other way is to use a kind of tool that even you don't look at the trade, okay, the tool trade for you. So all kind of things. But if I consider, let's say, as a rule of thumb, probably let's assume that you don't have a tool, right? You don't have any kind of EA or any kind of robot or anything like that. Then how can you eliminate fear from your trading? All right, now you might say, okay, then what's the way to do that? It's only through experience, not only first hand experience. Okay, so there are two kind of experience you can get. One is from others, the other one is by you, which is the first hand experience, because the brain is designed to believe in yourself, not in others. So it is important that you gain that first hand experience to eliminate that fear. So I want to know how long. So a month, about 14 months, which I would say that good time, 14 months. Anyone more than or less than this? $2025 is a very important level. If it is breaking that low, then we can target for 2033 level. Okay, so this is where, and let me see the CAD-JPY and GBP-JPY. I know that many of you wants to trade the JPY pair also. And if we look at the monthly price action on CAD-JPY, this is a long-term bull market, CAD-JPY, but we see that the price is slowly dropping down to this level where there is a void, and we might see in a sudden drop before bouncing up. So this market trending to the downside, CAD-JPY, and the market trend is important, because when you look at a market trending, which is basically this is a trending market to the upside, and which is now currently coming down for a pullback on the monthly. So when the market trend from the monthly coming down for a pullback, we can find lower time frame downtrend in this globally uptrend market. So that's why multi-time frame is super important. If I look at the weekly, where the price, you see there is a consolidation, and slowly the market is trying to break in that direction. So where we can see that in that zone, as this it has a long consolidation, we can expect now for deeper drop on the lower time frame, and it can be even the change of trend call, because this is the daily chart and it was an extensive consolidation and multiple liquidity grab and deceleration. So chances for CAD-JPY to drop even below this level is very high. So JPY pairs, including the CAD-JPY, we see that potentially coming down. So this is a support level here at the moment. For me, it's trending nicely. For me, I will be waiting. It's the 1 hour chart, and it's a big drop. So let that big drop happen and then go back up for break of the structure. Then we can look for selling. See, I know that many traders, many of you maybe was thinking to buy CatJPY. Let me know if you are thinking to buy that market or to sell. Pamela, coach, I started following you 1 year ago and I only started following your content. I never follow any other YouTuber and I can see some profit in my account now. Pamela, yeah, well done. So you followed a year. That's a good timing. I think that you got a big understanding about the market. So go to the everyone. You can go to the trading psychology section. So in the channel there are playlists. You can go to all the videos on trading psychology, all the videos on the strategies, and also you can go through all the content on the channel about everything that you need. So it's a complete understanding of how trading works. So that's appreciable that you gain a lot of knowledge over the long term. And also you can follow others also, probably something that I haven't talked about, or probably you find a completely different perspective also. So there is no end to it. Okay, you can keep learning, because it's all about learning and growing. I don't say that I know everything, but to be profitable, what I know is more than enough, because I have a proven, back tested trading strategy that I use to trade the market. I trade my own strategy that I use the manual trading, and also I have developed incredibly powerful robot that that can be applied in any leverage, any trading size, any trading capital, any market condition, any instrument, that I have shared yesterday. Also some screenshot of the live video on the channel. And all of this is coming for all the members in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. Will be able to access those, because the third robot that I'm back testing, it is not any kind of martingale or anything like that. It will put a stop loss, it will put take profit target, it will only risk 0.25% each trade with proper stop loss, and it will take 5% profit for each trade. So if you are our member, go through the post that I have given on the group, watch that video, see what I have shown you, how the backtesting, all the results is there. So I need to a little more optimize that one. That one can be applied in any kind of leverage, even with 1:20 leverage. It can be applied in any kind of account size, from 500 to 5 million, 10 million. It is unbelievable. So let me give you that surprise. I just need to 1 more weeks or 2 to optimize it, and then we'll be releasing. So no problem. That's how that's why I was telling you guys, that when I begin my trading, see, I was in darkness. These candles, I didn't understand what that mean. All those weeks, what that mean. Now when that's why Rumi said that the 1,000 miles begin with the first step. Okay, so you need to give the first step based on faith. All right, so you need to give your first step based on faith, that okay, you can do it. Forget about how it will happen. Things will come over time in front of you when you are dedicated and when you are committed. All right, so how do you show dedication and commitment? Not quitting. All right, there is a saying that if you hang out long enough in the barber shop, then you must have a haircut. So hang enough long in the barber shop so that you have a haircut. Let me see the pool results. Gold. Okay, so 74% bearish, and gold will move up only 20% bullish. Okay, very good. And we see that upside on gold from that level as we discussed, and that is needed here. This move up is necessary for potential drop here. So you see that in that zone from this level it has gained that momentum, and we could see now with this movement what I think is gonna go back there, and then we might see that it is coming back down again. So this is basically an completion of an inverted head and shoulder for potential upside. It might retain in that zone and come back down, or it might go back up to any of this high and then could drop. So for me to sell, so here is bullish, guys. So weakless candle. Okay, so as I mentioned, from this zone it gained that momentum and then finally has gone back up. So this is a manipulation, and now it gained momentum for this move. Let it break that resistance, because this is a very significant level of resistance here, and once we see that resistance is broken, we can look for that entry opportunity. Okay, so we see that break of the resistance. So this is how you can, that's why I advise you guys always follow the live session from A to Z. So if you go back to our live session when we started, the price was, what did I discuss, that gold is likely to go up to break the high, and then I'm waiting for a drop. So it's following that script, right? That's how once you gain experience, you know the fundamental what I can say, the trajectory of the market. It doesn't mean that you can take every trade and start to win all of them. No. When you know the trajectory, then wait for the station, right? You know the train line, then wait for the station for the train to settle down. Okay, so you can match it with prehistoric information. So if you take yourself in the time machine and then go back to 10,000 years ago, then you will find that trading there also. Okay, so how can you find that trading skill in 10,000 years ago? Or how can you use that 10,000 years ago, that skill in this trading? See, we are human, we just change from one form to the other, but the fundamental, what I could say, the primordial pattern is the same. Because 10,000 years ago, a human being, the way he acted in that environment is the same way we are acting in this environment. You might say that's a primitive human, but it's not that far. If you consider the age of the earth, I think how many, 10 billion years, or I forgot, 14 billion years. So if you consider the age of human, even the modern human, then you will find that that age of 10,000 is not that far. So based on that environment, what they did, what you are doing here, so you can learn from them. What you can learn from them, 10,000 years ago, how did human being hunted? That time the only task for a man is to hunt, because that is survival time, right? Only survival. Hunt, eat, survive, sleep, hunt, eat, survive, and hunt. That's only the task, right? So how did they hunt it? What was the strategy that they hunted? They saw a deer, right? An animal. It wasn't easy for them, because now everyone has a gun just to shoot that and then take it, right? There are many modern equipment that you can use the hunt. They didn't have anything. They just have a stick, or neither. Sometimes just a stick is not enough to hunt a deer or a goat, right? It's not easy for them. How did they do? What was the advantage? Because the deer or goat is running faster than human. So what was the advantage? What did they do? They just keep running and running and running and running and running, and not letting that animal or the deer to have a rest. That's the strategy. Just keep running behind it. It's not letting it to rest. The only edge between the deer and human is their skin, because it has a, what is called that, the skin, thicker skin, that has all the I forgot the English word, that what else, the wool or anything like that, is feather or whatever. I have a very poor vocabulary skill anyway. So that skin that deer has, due to the high temperature, when they keep running, they don't have a time to rest. The human being had an advantage over them. The human being can sweat and then can release that excess body temperature. But the deer or the animal doesn't have that advantage, and finally they got tired and they got heat stroke. And the human being just take that animal from that place, bring it home. Same skill. Sit down and let the market run and run and run, and let it be heat stroke. Okay? Let it get tired and then catch it. That's the trading. So let it run for 4 hours or 1 hour or 2 hours. You just keep running behind it, but don't catch it. Let it get tired, and then it will give you a trade. Catch it and bring it home. That's the same thing that you did 10,000 years ago. Now we are doing the same thing. We see that there is a breakout from that level, and we see some kind of rejection coming up. Let the market get tired fully, and then it will give you a trade that you can clearly identify and then take it. All right. So if you enjoy the story, let me know. And far, that's the word. Okay, anyway. So if you enjoy this, the live session, if you are enjoying, we are keep running it. Make sure that you are smashing the like button, and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. Did you do that? So I see that like is going up. Let's make it to 100, and let's make the subscription to 10 more. See if you have did that. There is a lot of content that will be posted coming up very soon. Will be unique, and it will be on your homepage based on your interest if you are on the subscription list. Thank you. So let me see now, and also join the free Telegram channel so that you are not missing out. I do share a lot of ideas. So yesterday you saw that there was a gold drop, and that idea also I have shared on the free Telegram channel. So make sure that you are not missing out by staying in that free Telegram channel. Okay, so here is what we see from that zone. So from the daily, let me delete that again. And look, chances for breakout is very high to the upside, and then we will see that finally it is trending in that direction. We could see, because it's creating a series of higher low and also gathering liquidity, we could see that breakout, and then it might create a little bit of drama here as well, breaking down, going up. So until we see a, basically I will be on the sell side, trading with the trend, which is very important. That's why I didn't go long from here. I will know that there could be an upside, but once we find a very comfortable entry, then we will be looking for that entry opportunity. Okay, so absolutely believe that, guys, you are enjoying the live session. Make sure that you are liking and also subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your support. And let me see some of the JPY pairs. Dollar yen is just going down into the from the weekly. There is a big drop. So basically dollar yen, after forming that head and shoulder, it just keep pushing down and down. If I look at the monthly, now the way it is dropping, because we can understand when it drops, we can understand it. Now if you look at here, okay, so the chances for dollar yen to drop further is very high. Okay, the way it has done, dollar yen, it will keep pushed down here. So for me, we might find a very good entry on dollar yen, because it has broken down in that zone. So it confirmed potential further drop. Now the trend is very aggressive and effective on dollar yen. because it has a very long consolidation pattern here, it's a change of trend for this. So in the first move we can expect dollar yen to retest this and even drop further. So weakness on dollar yen is very high, so you see that yen is getting very stronger. So with that being said, GBP you can see it just keep pushing down. JPY pairs trending very nicely, all the JPY pairs including EURJPY, GBPJPY, USDJPY. So USDJPY is very weaker at the moment, and I will be waiting for an entry in all of them, anyone giving us that entry opportunity. And looking at US30, which is just currently in a sideways. So before I go to the US30, let me see where you are at. Shanton, your channel deserve at least 100k subscribers. Yes, absolutely, Shanton. Thank you for that. You guys are here, and it's gonna be there. Okay, no doubt about it. Not only 100k, it's gonna be million subscribers, and you guys are there. So, and I'm here always to give the best in everything for all of you. So let's keep that. Keep trading with proper understanding of the market. Now here is US30. If you look at the 4-hour, we can see that this is the monthly, and in that monthly candle on US30, so GBPJPY, yeah, we are looking at that. Now in this monthly price action, because this is a big bullish candle, followed by where we see that this is the, so far in the first week there is a bullish move, and because it's a bull market, this is a support level here on the US30. Now if you look at the weekly, so far a big move, which is what you could see now. After this kind of huge bullish move, we might see that US30 is there. Okay, so it's just coming down for a pullback. So any kind of drop in that buyer's zone will give buying opportunity. But this is the daily candle, there is a long wick pin bar, so it might bring that price a little bit downside. We saw a double top formation. What I would say that US30 might go up for a deeper pullback. It might be a change of trend call as well. So for me at the moment, without understanding how this market structure is evolving, it will not be a good place for buying or selling. So I would wait for the price to go ahead, and I think that it's gonna, you see there is a head and shoulder in that resistance level, had a breakdown. We can expect a pullback to the upside and the retesting this neckline of this previous support and resistance, and then we can look for that entry for this selling if we see that change of trend confirmation. Okay, so going back to gold here again. Okay, so there is this is the 15 minutes candle closing, which is basically a bearish candle, a liquidity candle, but not up to the standard. Okay, it might bring that price down, but I would say that for me, I want to see this major level is broken. Okay, which is the biggest move in this zone, which is the highest liquidity zone, and that could give us that huge probability for bigger trade. Okay, so we'll keep watching, as later also there is a news coming up. We'll be covering that news as well, and with that news cover also I will be keep trading in the upcoming session. We do open quite a few trades, and still the market not giving a very good opportunity, and I believe that in the London session and New York session time we will be finding some more opportunities. And until that, guys, stay patient, keep trading, and until that, I'll see you again on the other side if you're there. And make sure that you stay connected for the next live as well, coming up in a couple of hours, which will be very volatile market situation, and we'll be covering the news as well. So stay tuned. Make sure when you trade, do the risk management. Until that, stay well, stay happy. I'll see you there again. Keep trading. I'm here on the desk. Any question, don't hesitate to ask using the live chat as well.